a back and forth affair, to say the least. 16-13 on map 1, 16-14 on map 2. Inferno being our third and final one, and both ViCi and TYLOO have shown the best of what they have to offer to you today. But this map might be a concern for ViCi. They haven't had the best performances on it as of late. And the last time they played Inferno, it was TYLOO 16-4. Will this be the end of the road for ViCi? Can they try and find a way to make what would be an upset at this stage happen here in our third and final map? T-side of TYLOO out and about into the apartments area. Excurate up close and personal with the Glock. Taps on traps box 2. Takes one and a second on with a triple kill. Attacker steals that away with Bintek coming in towards long. And it's a nice clean pistol to start things off for TYLOO. No kills found by the CT side. Kaze might get somebody here just as the bomb goes down. There's no way he's taking out any of the players from the T-side main force. Well, I mean, I guess he could isolate a kill on attacker and Excurate. But for certain, I don't think he's going to get the retake here. The T-side nice and clean and easy into the bomb site. It wasn't the easiest affair for them. Excurate will go down to Kaze and gets himself those 2 frags. So there you go. At least a couple of frags coming in for the favour of the CT player. But again, triple kill for him. That's as far as he'll go. TYLOO in with a pistol. A nice start again from the favourites. The force buy will come through from ViCi as standard here. The Eagles 5.7s, P250s at the helm with 1 UMP, the SMG alone. Somebody getting challenged first up here towards the broken wall cross. 2 players, including a 5.7 and P250. Ullman here for the flashbang. Will try to see if he can get his teammates in to Banana. Nades up, counter volleys come back. Somebody will face up and through, take down the first CT. Damage being done to the T-side line, so it's going to be a little bit of an awkward sign for TYLOO. Certainly not taking a frag just yet on the ViCi squad, but could be tradable. Nades especially, following in the HE's landing close towards short. If he had timed that a bit correctly, then maybe Kaze would have gotten the dunk down on somebody in Bintek. Both players would have been in roughly the same positions. Made it out to the A bomb site. 1 man on site to contend with Kaze. Outfield Summer takes him down. 3-4 kills going in the favour of the CT forces as the man on the bomb site holds down Frankie. 90 points of health taken back by Bintek. 3 kills to his name. On for the clutch against Ullman. 1v1, Glock out for the headshot. Mac-10 also in for the spray. Light speed on the lone T-side player, and both players missing every bullet. Eventually, Bintek comes in and keeps control for TYLOO, but that got very scary. A bit too scary for the Chinese squad. All thanks to Kaze and the man on the bomb site holding their defensives. The UMP spray lining up several T-side players. T's play out towards mid. Into the banana position. Troll out here, Advent, nade up. Is he going to time this well? This might do damage onto somebody. Oh no, he gets himself out of dodge. He'll face up here, including USPs at the helm. So far, ViCi's doing a good enough job of keeping the T-side at bay. You know, aggressive angle's going to hold them down. Joking eventually going to get falling. And somebody catch up 2 players towards the B-bomb site, bursting on towards the second member, taking a lot of damage. Meanwhile, apartment stormed down by TYLOO. Frankie and Kaze Last two, now just Kaze, last one on the bomb site. Deagle is up here to face. But no kills, no damage. The bomb plant will be secured. Almond stand around here for the TYLOO side. Rifles versus pistols, full eco versus full anti-eco. And well, how do you think that goes down? Or we'll get brought down by Kaze. AUG's in for Frankie and Joking. Out of it with the M4. Should be able to get the Kevlar out with a full set of utility. Indeed, he gets enough for the head Kevlar as well. Hamas in for Orman all the same. Mac 10 and UMP still in play for TYLOO, but that is all fine. Nades up. Again from ViCi, does not do damage on towards the start position. The smoke will try and block off the broken wall. Indeed, somebody and Co will peek past it and try to go inland here. Almond, two players lined up. He catches vision on both, but only takes damage on towards one. In fact, somebody does get tagged up by, I believe, a Molotov or something. 20 HP. That team have been not that much available for the T-side line. Further Molotovs come back, burn, attack it, and execute it. If somebody in Bentek got caught in that, they probably would have died. Eventually they decide they're going to rotate back to the B bomb site, knowing that Advent and Orman probably have exhausted all the utility. They've still got one flashbang at the helm. Smoke and flash for the ViCi A side defensive, which kind of technically wins it out. Molotovs in Advent here. The pop flashes way out. Will catch one T-side player blind, and the sprays coming in from Almond does not quite get the frag. But has put Advent back in the bomb site. Kaze comes up with one pick on the lurker over on the A bomb site, and now he's got to rotate with the rest of the CT forces to 4-on-4. Almond bursts through on towards the coffins. 16 seconds. The bomb plant has been denied, and the man advantage turned back to the favor of the CT side as Kaze drops execute. One of the high HP players remaining. Spray from Almond, deals with another, and gets the triple kill on Attacker. Defuse will come through, and his aggression, his control, his hold of the coffins area will work out well for ViCi as they get there first on the CT board. TYLOO, of course, investing in heavy with these AKs. The AWP play for Kaze and Excura. AUG's in on 3 with the AK for Armin. Save from the last round. I'm surprised I didn't get more AKs out of that round, to be honest, here, TYLOO. He's trying for the scope weapons here. Kaze certainly likes his scope weapon, taking out Excura to kick things off. He's been stellar with the AWP thus far. And the nade and Molotov damage will do even more to somebody, forcing him back out of Banana for the moment. Alongside Bentek falling even further back here. Well, back out of Banana, back out of front of Banana. I should be more specific on that front. He's still holding Banana control though, so TYLOO can still work off this position. .60 seconds remaining. 2 players here for the crossfire, including the AWP. Kaze still alive on the B bomb site, ready for attack. A shoulder bait, he catches him and doesn't re-smoke down the cross. Does not try and hold up against TYLOO. Gonna leave it to Advent here. He holds back, waits for somebody. Spray through, gets him down, and 3 players offer up their bodies to the ViCi side, offer up their lives to the CT defensive. 35 seconds left for TYLOO to make their way in. Flashes in from Almond. He's now supporting at CT cross. No rotations can be called. 30 seconds. They've got to commit to the B bomb site. The other 2 back on A will not need to challenge at this stage. They will give up their positions and they will make their way back in regardless into the backstab angles. Kaze faces, AWP down. Adam is still towards New Box. The face comes in from Almond. Takes down the first and gets the second kill. They will deal with Kaze and Advent. They get the AWP back in for ViCi. Get the 2 AUGs back out as well. No second AWP save. It will be a second round on the board for ViCi. As TYLOO start great, but again, ViCi turns it all back around and gets within 1 of the TYLOO lead. And probably shouldn't be a buy up here either. Smokes. Utility play out towards the second mid position from the ViCi side. Will try and contest it. TYLOO are here. They are here en masse. From Kaze lands the leg of Bintek to kick things off. Back in with a face around the corner of somebody. A nade on this position, on this corner, could do serious damage, but none are available for the B side defensive. Orpin, flick back, drops that bomb, peeks in with a second frag and catches the shoulder of the next man. Advent sprays on Lou towards somebody, and they know that they're wrapping back over here. 2 versus 5 though. The rifles picking apart the pistols relatively easily here. Attacker, next man to go down. Execute. Last one standing, and all 5 stay alive for the CT side, so no issues here for ViCi. Looking good. Unexpectedly good considering the scoreline from the last time these two teams faced each other off. And considering that ViCi's track record on Inferno has not been great. Their most recent outing was against eHome in the ESL 1 Cologne Asia qualifiers. 16-12 that went down for them. In general, their Asia performance has just not been great, trading maps back and forth and back and forth. Which actually could potentially be a pattern to watch out for, because if it's a win and a loss and a win and a loss, that means that this should be a win, because they just lost it last time. Food for thought. Food for thought. TYLOO on the T side. The rifles back up here with the AK-47s. Advent in with the nades down. Somebody 80 points of HP. Taking a little bit of damage, but not quite the amount that the ViCi splash HE wanted to do. Molotov's in, flashes over. TYLOO established a little bit of presence over towards the A-bomb site. Eventually, 2 more players will wrap back in. Getting apartments and mid-cross. Smokes up for Alman and Advent. Here watching out the B-bomb site crossfire. Execute will pick up that bomb once again. Here supporting the main force of TYLOO. They can push out towards the long position, probably be less than challenge for it. Kaze is actually directly on the bomb site with the AWP. It's interesting that he's not been placed over on B for the contact play on towards long. Facing from Jockey will spot out 3 players, including that bomb, and realizing the wraparound could come through. The CTs will try and adjust for it. Meanwhile, Frankie turns around and somebody turns over the headshot, gets down Kaze with a spray. Or not, actually. Bintek gets that kill. Instead of 3 versus 2 will ensue. They round the corner and leave it to Orman and Advent here for the retake. Man advantage for TYLOO. A difficult retake to make happen as well for the ViCi side. Zolman will move up out towards Library. Can't see anything on the T side line. ViCi gonna save on this one. From Arson AUG into the next one. TYLOO will just about hold on to their lead as it just gets even up by the ViCi squad. They had a HE as well. That'd be fantastic to put down towards the pit position, but unfortunately not. Still in the face for the exits though. Oh, Orman. No. Not quite. The ViCi with 2 rifles to save into this one now. Get the AWP back in on Kaze. AWP response for Execute will come to play here for TYLOO as he moves in to the banana control first. No challenge from the ViCi AWP. Again, they put Kaze back directly in the apartments or on the bomb site. Apartments I can understand, bomb site less so. Somebody makes his way in alongside Execute, spraying from somebody first. Frag, AWP flick back response to the 4 versus 4, but burns a little bit of HP damage. Molotov comes in, it forces him forward. Can he get this kill? No. Execute forced into a very open angle, but fortunately, the action does not come through from Advent. He does not swing on the T-side player, so he's able to get away alive just. And Advent falls back into retake positions. The plan here for ViCi will be to wrap back in onto the bomb site, push one player back from CT, two more from the backstab, try and bracket in TYLOO as the bomb plant does go down. And 55 seconds remaining, they might still cut off the likes of Attacker here in Mexico. No, he faces back up as the CTs rotate away and go towards the B bomb site. They know, they heard the footsteps, they know the rotation's coming in, they know the execute is here towards B. Three players at CT, and then will try and make his way up towards Coffins one more time with Kaze on the orb. No smoke down across, it's just Molotov, and first man faces, first man goes falling. Low HP on Summer and execute and everything. 30 seconds remain, the Molotovs will keep him suppressed, and the flashbangs come in as actually Frankie does not go for the backstab. He establishes to go here once again. Oh, blind spray from Adamant, but the bomb plant will still come through. It connects to Summer back over in Banana. And a two-man advantage for the retake of ViCi. Kaze seeing flashbangs coming in from his teammate. He looks on through. Bintet crossfire with extra. Shocking gets down once. Bintet isolates two quick sprays, but only gets the kill on the first. Frankie alive at 12 points of health as the orb stays in for Kaze. Two AUGs backing it up. And ViCi profiteer in a fourth round on the CT board. Might see a force back from TYLOO as well. The money line is just about there. Not quite enough for the full-blown rifle buy. Not quite enough for an AWP either. Summer could go for it, but that's not enough money to go for that and the Kevlar as well. Yeah, he'll go with the AK instead. A half buy down for TYLOO here. Summer running straight up and out, flashbanged out. He will get taken out by Frankie to kick things off. Nice start of the CT side. Oh, has been tapped, double digs down Orman. Shocking, ready and waiting for the T-site players to wrap back in over here. AK picked up on somebody and Shocking sprays down Bintet here, expecting flashbangs, faces away, looking for the spray down. They do deal with Frankie up on the quad position. Nades in against them, nade damage, spray just barely whiffed out by Shocking. T-site players face together. 1 point of HP for this low man, and execute with the blind taps will deal with him. ViCi have lost a player in the meantime. 2v3 scenario. I imagine the technical pause will be coming in for the CT force at a moment's time. Ooh, another player's also disconnected on the TYLOO side. All right, this is a bit weird. That makes it 2 versus 2. The round will count because it already has been played out. Damage has been done with past the first minute. The bomb plant is through. Execute. Spray on through. Kaze, last man standing, does get the quick scope. All back in on Attacker, 3 points of health. He's so low. He's got to find this kill eventually. He's got the kit, but he's going to opt against it. No idea where Attacker's at. No idea what his HP is in. And it will be a 5th for TYLOO. In a bit dramatic fashion, the T side will lose all 5 of their players. But yeah, obviously the tech pause coming through, called by both sides. Yep, one player to reconnect back into the server, obviously. A second one got to come in for TYLOO as well. Yeah, a bit unfortunate that happened, but I guess it kind of was equalized by a second player. Well, I mean, technically not, because it was a 3 versus 2, and then TYLOO lost one of the men that was alive, so it was a 2 versus 2, so it could have cost them the round right there. Somebody's back. As is Frankie. TYLOO bring the AKs and orb to face here. Somebody facing up first man. Smokes down at the ready. Bintet spraying on through. Damage done the Kaze to kick things off. He's trying to go for that very aggressive banana face, but it doesn't quite work out for him. 36 points of health. He's forced off angle. .60 seconds Or the execute. They've got a little bit of mid and apartments control established by TYLOO. Smokes down from Joking. AUG at the ready. Advent meanwhile boost up on the B bomb site defensive. He might have to be the only man there. Rotations actually going to start coming through from TYLOO. They've got a bomb on the back of Execute as a second player joins the banana position. Smokes that are ready for somebody. And Bintek going to sell him on the idea that it is a B site hit. A couple of shots coming through, spray on towards Orman. The CTs on the A bomb site do not move. It's Kaze, lands on attacker, Execute with a trade right back, not seeing the player on the balcony. Someone will come forward and force him off position. Now got to deal with the man in pit, sprays on through. Forces Frankie to fall back to a fast position, still gets the orb shot. Execute turns back into Jockey, but Vanicki with 2 kills. And Execute looking for a third of his own right, can barely catch him, does eventually get that frag. And the bomb plant goes down default 2 versus 2. Orman and Advent. Up to face, Advent down, and Execute catches the shoulder bait of Orman to get a 6th on the ball for TYLOO. Execute with 4 kills. As his AWP skills once again come to fruition for TYLOO. Flashbang in from Advent, 4 AKs, 1 AWP for the T side. A Molotov for somebody. Eco in for ViCi should be dismantled pretty easily, but the TYLOO Execute coming in towards the A bomb site. Orman, the only man here, is a stack on B. It's a gamble stack for ViCi, as you would expect at this stage. USP, falling back. AK's inland, taps on taps, the T's. The bomb plant down. USPs do face together, do isolate somebody, take him back. He hasn't know Orman's still alive in this round. Yeah, they do get the AK. Jokin's going to back right off, not even going to consider the idea of turning it back on towards even more frags against TYLOO. Just get that weapon in, save it for extra firepower and extra investment relievement for ViCi. That's even a proper phrase. Either way, the point is to keep the money line as high as possible, so not needing to invest a rifle will certainly do damage. Keep things up. 13 frags for Execute, 15 for Kaze. The top frag, I'm making 16 for Kaze as he gets the second AK out for the CT side. Very good eco, all things considered, actually. And again, those numbers, 16 for Kaze. This time, you know, he is the top dog. He is clearly the top player for ViCi. Coming off the back of the whole, you know, slow to start, then fragging away sort of situation we've had from throughout the whole series of the ViCi side. This time it's quick to start and hopefully he can keep it going for the rest of the rounds and the rest of the map. ViCi on the other hand, the rest of the players not quite stepping up to the task, I don't think. 7 kills on Advent, the next man behind him. Not even half the frag numbers of Kaze. Summer will force Shocking back off over to the apartments position. Taps on taps, 46 HP worth of damage. Taka. Headshot out the play. Shocking kicks things off for ViCi. Alongside Frankie, who's also here. No damage won't come in as TYLOO vacate the apartments. Still 60 seconds remaining for the ViCi squad. TYLOO have that time to go into the execution. Bintek, Molotov at the ready, seeing some incendiaries come down from the CT forces as well. Smoke set up. Bomb drop for Bentet. Will like to try an entry frag out against Kaze over on the long position. 3 players on ViCi to defend this A bomb site. Trying to force the rotation, actually. Kaze is going to hold down Speedway just in case. Leaving it all left to Frankie and Joking. 1 player extremely low as well. 20 seconds left. Time's almost up for TYLOO. They've got to go for the execute right now. Counter flashes come in and Joking tries to hold the line. Bentet wraps back up, spots 1, taps on through, and now it's all left. Kaze with a trade back. He's still going to live left to Joking right here. They deny the bomb plant. He's waiting passive. He's holding base. Denies it at the very last second. Swings in. TYLOO didn't account for it, and it will be round done. No chance to plant the bomb. ViCi have to stay alive. The most guerrilla of guerrilla tactics, and it works for the CT side. Around the corner for somebody. First kill on Advent. Opening frag. And the CTs lose their opening man. AK's back at the helm for the T side line as they flash their way, or smoke their way into the B bomb site set up initially for Orman. Rotation will be forced back from Joking. The other AUG, the AWP still on Kaze, back over on the A bomb site. Smokes and flashes, attacker with a Molotov. Now setting up 2 players on the defensive of ViCi as they make their way up and out. Somebody also pushing on land. Orman down, Joking also quick to follow. And TYLOO overwhelmed the bomb site. An 8th round on the T-side board. They're going to take the lead away from ViCi. It has been a very, very slow game thus far from both these squads. Very little money kicking out for ViCi in this next round as well. It has been a lot of TYLOO rounds. Again, quick rounds traded back by the T side. $1,900 total of loss bonus. All this next round means it's not going to be enough money. Probably no investment from ViCi. Say that, and Advent's going to force up alongside a little bit of a half-pipe from Joking, and Orman also with a force up of his own right, so support the AWP and M4 in some sort of fashion. Decent idea, Nades in to do early damage, but no early kills for ViCi or the TYLOO squad. And really, ViCi kind of needs some early frags, they need some opening kills to try and get them out of advantage, to try and spiral this round out of control for TYLOO, because they need a confident stance. It's been TYLOO all half. Kaze with the AWP boogie ready to strike onto his opponents. Molotov's in as Execute sets up somebody. Peek in first, attacker to peek in second. We'll take control. Somebody makes his way in with an AUG. Sprays flying against Kaze. Damage coming through from the T side against the T side. Still got the duelies here from Advent, ready to catch them off guard with a surprise. No one else from the T side will face up here though, and they're going to fall back out of Banana. Aggression coming through from Frankie with the M4, and if TYLOO want to rotate, they're going to do it quickly. They're going to go through second mid. The CTs are placed up perfectly for this. Check this out. Frankie, first casualty down. Spots the second man also towards mid position. Will get traded back by somebody. As Joking gets a 5-7 kill, it will call in rotations from the CT side. Meanwhile, Joking with a 5-7 in the apartments will catch off vision. Look back in against Bentet, get tagged up. The UMP gets here for Armand. Spray on through. Joking does get a kill back on Bentet 3 versus 2 scenario. And the CTs hold the line against TYLOO. Double or picked up for the retake. 5-7 from Shocking, lands it perfectly for the triple, and Kaze comes in with the AWP kill on attacker. ViCi able to hold down the A bomb site from TYLOO on the rotations, and again the CT setup was perfect for what they wanted to do. Counteracting TYLOO in such a great way, now within 2 of the lead and 1 more to make it the best half possible for ViCi in its current state. Round 15, we'll see a full-blown buy from ViCi. AK and AWP saved in. AUG's brought down. And AK to 4 players at TYLOO, and Mac-10 also out. And Kaze getting aggressive to take out Summer, falls back immediately. No trades by the T side early on in this round. It's a fantastic start once again from the ViCi side. Flashes in attacker. Moving up close. AK for Shocking, also at the helm. Flashbangs in from the team. They really line up 2 frags. He only gets the 1. Bintet swings back, takes only a little bit of damage, and gets the headshot back on the man for a 2-for-1 trade. T-side continue to make their way in. 2 CTs to deal with. 1 gets caught out in the open. Kaze with the AWP still back on the bomb site. Nade damage done. As Frankie sprays down, Kaze will go falling. 3v2. Rotations are getting here right about now for the ViCi squad. Somebody caught off guard, jumping in the air. Frankie with 2, and Orman to close out the last. 8-7. Favor to TYLOO. Yeah, TYLOO. I do have the half, but only just. Only just. As we move into the final half of this map, the final half of the finals, and the final half of today's broadcast. 7 more for TYLOO. Actually, 8 more for TYLOO to get into the minor. 9 for ViCi to do the same. Pistol round set up. Bintet, defuse and smoke. Double flash smoke for Advent. CZ and smoke for Kaze with a little bit more utility coming from Orman. Very little Kevlar for the ViCi side. Flashbangs at the ready here. Decoys out to try and pull some attention from TYLOO. I'm not sure if much of it's doing anything right now. The CTs are holding their 4-man crossfire pretty effectively. Flashbangs in for the T's. All 5 going to pour out at a cross, and Bintet doesn't want anything to do with this. He'll just fall back as somebody makes his way in. Taps on taps against Orman. Keeps suppressing, spots out all the CT players incoming. Kaze, CZ sprays on the first headshot player. Executing distracted with 1 man towards stack. Frankie gets that kill. Attacker turns back around for the 2-for-1. And somebody blind fires away for 2-for-2. Kaze here with a crossfire. CZ up somebody for 1 headshot. And it comes in from Bintet as well. Last man standing. Shocking into 1 versus 1. Diffuse kit being dropped out in towards the CT cross. Getting picked up by somebody. And he has no idea where Shocking's at right now. He's just got to play passive. Sees the smoke. Spots the man and flicks onto his head. Beautiful shooting from the Glock. And ViCi have 8 on the T side board, equalizing against TYLOO. CZ's in onto 2 SMGs for somebody, an attacker. Deagle for Excurate. Force buy for TYLOO here on the defensive. Frankie Sprays up, gets somebody down. Not just any old body, somebody. X-Script must move up for one quick kill. Dinks down on Orman as well. Bintet comes up with a kill out towards the B-bomb site, and the sprays in, come with the Galil and the UMP. AK recovered by Kaze, will leave that back. Attacker pushing through the smokes. Kaze, will he be able to respond to this player? Don't think he will. The CTs, ooh, they actually do get the man out towards Pit. Bomb plant out for Avon. He's isolated. His teammate's got to get here. 2v2 on the CTs. AK sprays, receiving shots coming in from both the left and right side. Spot out Pintet. Attacker deals with his back up on the bomb site. Spray manic, but Attacker ends up with a 3K. Clutching it for the CT side. AK recovered. TYLOO maintain control of the lead at 9-8 on the CT board. ViCi now back down to the pistols on the half buy for this round. Well, half buy, force buy, down $1,000 roughly, but Orban at the $350. It's like, yeah, half buy by technicality. I mean, they still got money, but not much of it. Honestly, to be honest, I'm going to take that back, actually. It's more like a force buy. ViCi trying to pry the round away from the hands of TYLOO as they have the rifles and SMGs in play. And flashes in, smokes at the ready. T-side pour out. Meanwhile, a backstab coming in from somebody will catch off two players. Spray does manic damage and eventually gets the kill alongside Attacker with 2 kills on the bomb site defensive alongside Phantom with a frag. Extra with a frag. Double digits secured by TYLOO. Deagle's in P250s, 2 Glocks also in the hands of ViCi for this full-blown eco. No force up. Ooh, but Frankie blind shot on somebody was certainly looking impressed regardless of the fact they've got virtually nothing to work with. AK recovered as Orman looks to turn it back on as well. ViCi, their best to try and get a frag back over here. In the end, Mintet will force Orman off. Back in the spray on the second man, lines him up, knocks him down. Nice and easy for the 4K. Is an anti-eco spray down, so not much to consider. And TYLOO, 11. ViCi now starting to let this lead get ahead of them right now. AK's in on 4 with the Galil out for Kaze. ViCi now playing in. But over to the apartments and the mid position over on the A site defaults. TYLOO, 3 players here in total. Hold on, a defensive, and one peeks in, gives up his life. Good crossfire from Frankie and Orman. Taking the player down. Starting things off the right way for ViCi. They've got a contact play in meanwhile from somebody with the AUG. Utility comes in with the T-side, nades in. Oh, that's going to take out Orman. One player has dropped in towards the pit position. Frankie completely undetected. Turn around by Execute. He does lead onto it. He does take him down. Joking follows up onto Summer, and now it's all left to Bintet. Indonesian star, let's see what he can do. Backed up into the corner of the bomb site. And they have no idea he's here. The Molotov should force him out eventually. Jockey. Okay. Frankie almost got his TK. Somebody comes up with a trade though on Kaze to a 2 versus 1. Bomb plant should be established. Somebody makes his way in, spotted out. Aaron going to try and turn away, looking with a spray down of his own right. Somebody does damage, but can't survive in this one. The crossfire is locked. 3 kills for Frankie and Adamant with one of his own. 11-9 on the board. A tactical timeout, the first of this map being taken by ViCi. They realize that they are 3 rounds away from equalizing, but simultaneously they are 5 rounds away from losing the series. And by losing that top spot for China in the Asia Minor. Of course, I believe that these are the last 2 spots to go in the Asian Minor. We've already found the Middle East, Africa, Southeast Asia, East Asia, Oceania teams. Ops in, AK's up. AUG to support the CT side of TYLOO. 3-2 split is standard, 1 player out towards long. Want to rotate back to the B-bomb site if he is needed. And Advent, seeing Bintet down. Nice nade on Frankie and Advent. Frankie especially catching that directly in the face. Further flashes around the corner, trying to distract ViCi, trying to keep them away from the push here. Apartment's control will be established by the T side, and X-Crit now knows this, alongside his teammates falling back out and falling in towards pit and the balconies. Flashbangs are good from the T side as well. Catching TYLOO in the face, but again, they're not quite capitalizing on it. It's just default utility. 3 smokes remain for the actual hit, one of which will be used on here towards long. Going to try and establish some long control for Orman the Lurker. Molotov's in and out, bursts on through, looking towards quad. It keeps 3 CTs over here on A, but 2 players from Bintet and somebody to the defensive of the B-bomb site. AUG's on both. Extra going to opt to rotate to try and join his teammates here. Not sure if he should go now or go in a moment's time. They've got 25 seconds, and he will predict it right. He will stay back on the A-bomb site. Rotations coming in quick from ViCi, but it's got to be a quick rush to the bomb site. They cannot afford to stop for a single second as utility comes in. The AWP does fall away from the arc side. 1 quick frag from Frankie, and it all rests back onto attacker burst in. Sprays lines up 1-2, but not quite the third. The bomb will be secured on the bomb site, and a 3v3 retake. TYLOO peeking up. Bintet takes out Kaze, and Frankie and Advent last 2 standing on A, on pit. Advent flashes. AK looking in. So Frankie here in his footsteps back over the position, catch off that AWP, execute it down. Back to evens we stand as he holds on. Molotov into the back of the bomb site. He forced out to the open flashbang, and he still gets Bintet. Somebody, last man standing for TYLOO, and Frankie with 4 kills, Advent with 1. But Frankie, the main man of ViCi, will get them within 1 of TYLOO on the lead. 11-10, favor of TYLOO. And the eco forced out from TYLOO at this stage. ViCi likely to equalize against their rivals for a chance to take it away on what has been a very close series thus far. I asked at the beginning of the map whether they had it in them to dig deep and find a way to contest on this final map of the series, and it looks like the answer to that question is yes. But can they go so far as to win it outright? To start here on the execute against the Pistols, Frankie and Kaze, 2 quick frags, 5 on 3. The CTs probably shouldn't face with the Kevlar here on Attacker and Summer. It's 11-11, all evened up. Simple hit, of course, with the rifles, able to overwhelm those Pistols every single day. That's exactly what it does on this day. Timeout coming through from ViCi, second one of the map. With a chance to take a lead away from TYLOO. You can see those odds on your screen. They are slowly starting to balance. As is the scoreline. TYLOO may be about to lose control of this whole thing. But it all comes up to potentially this next round. The buy up for the T side, a buy up for the CT side. Full-blown rifles with the economy built for ViCi. The same can't be said for TYLOO. Down to the hundreds of dollars on every single player. Nobody going past $350 in total. And ViCi. Mac 10 still in for Orman at UMP for Advent, which is actually a couple of decent weapons considering there's 3 players without head Kevlar on the TYLOO side. AUG from Kaze first to face in mid. Expecting CT to be crawling all around him. He's playing bait. I'm going to boost up here from TYLOO in the boiler room. How much can they find? Headshot on the first man. Mac 10 sprayed on. Frankie can't quite take him down. The Nate should be able to finish off. No. Excurate gets out of those with a spray from Frankie. Comes in and deals with the first. Mac 10 traded out for AUG. I think get the value out of it, but he will be able to get the rifle for it. The UMP as well on Orman. Seems like he's more confident with it than the likes of Advent. So here come the T side. Out from the apartments, 2 players on the crossfire, a third will join the fray at long. The UMP of Orman getting close. Attacker bursted on 3, gets himself inside the smokes, playing back alongside Protect, who peeks up, lines up 2, gets down 1, but Attacker trades back on jockeying 3 versus 3. He's still here on the bomb site, and ViCi are suppressed by the counter smokes of the CT side. All of TYLOO are here, and they're going to try and deny the bomb plant right now. Sprays on Attacker, does some damage. X-Crit meanwhile creeping in from Graveyard. Spots 1, spots 2, tries to go for the triple, but Orman frags back. Somebody with a trade. And he keeps control for the CT side. They hold on to their lead at 12-11. And ViCi with a great setup, a great round, but countered so well from their opponents. And one player in particular that held his nerve in the middle of the smoke. Attacker coming out of pit, out in the open where he theoretically should have been exposed. But here in the smoke, where ViCi never checked. Tactical called again by the T side. They have brought this back from the brink. Rate of rounds back and forth, only allowed TYLOO so much control. Stand at the 1 round deficit that we did at the turn of the half. ViCi set up mid, flash volley into the mid position. Round the corner, in towards long, they'll go. Wrap back in against the A bomb site. Execute completely caught off blind. Ultimate sprays managing. Execute and Summer take down the entire long aggressive force. Not quite. Advent chimes back with 2 and secures the bomb site. Still one man out towards the balconies, and he gets traded. Triple kill for Advent. And now it all rests on Frankie to do the rest of the heavy lifting. Nailing against Advent. Bomb planted back at bomb site 1 versus 2. Been tech spotted. Frankie sprays. Look for somebody rounds the corner. Here's the footsteps coming in. The M4 sprays on through. 22 points of health. And Frankie back on default. Spotted, and somebody gets the round. Gets the 13th. The clutch for TYLOO. Trying to figure out where that AWP was dropped so they can potentially hold on to it, but it doesn't matter if he don't get it. If he doesn't get it. TYLOO win. Another on the CT board. Such a good effort as well from Advent. Just Frankie couldn't hold on, couldn't hold his nerve. And the final tactical for ViCi will be called. I'm starting to sense some frustration from these boys. Just like that, the odds swing back to the favor of TYLOO. I'm feeling like these pauses are giving more confidence to ViCi's opponents than they are to ViCi themselves. "22 frags have been 24 for Kaze. He's still on the losing team. He's having a wild game so far. AWP picks Krieg out for him. They'll do even more spray damage. But ViCi, this is their buy to deny match and series and minor point for TYLOO. They get this, chances are it will be a force buy or an eco for ViCi to go to overtime. Molotovs in, the flashes over, the smokes are up, and Advent. Khalil in play. Flashes over from ViCi into the A bomb site initially. Look at the counter aggression from the CTs on Banana though. If ViCi opt to rotate here, they're going to have a very hard time at it. It's basically the most contact play you can possibly have on the Banana position. Smokes in from somebody, 45 seconds as TYLOO try and wrap back over. Bomb on the back of Advent. They're running out of time here. Flash at the ready, face to come forward. 3 players round this corner, and now Bintek joins the fray. Somebody, Molotov back to stall for time, and now ViCi are forced to go towards the A site. Frankie falling back, somebody will catch him in the back and spray him down. Meanwhile, the hit comes through over on the A bomb site. 3 players close. The AK face up, AK spray down, gets himself a second M4 here for 2 of his own right. Summer can't get anything done. 3 versus 2, now just 1. Advent, last man standing, bomb plant will be secured, but a hell of a clutch, lines up 2, but does not get the first. 14 on the board. 2 more for TYLOO to go. ViCi got no more tacticals and they got no more money. Three rounds lost bonus, got a half buy eco in this one to get the buy up on round 27. The 4-round comeback for them to get to overtime, else TYLOO will win the whole damn thing. We enter the 12th hour of our stream today. What a day of Counter-Strike it really has been. And if ViCi get their way, it might not end just yet. No utility for ViCi to peek up and into the bomb site. They've got some apartments controlled, someone with the opening kill out towards long. Execute striking. Attacker lines up two. Doesn't get the third. Almond trades it, but Execute there for his control. 4 players alive for TYLOO. 4 match points. ViCi. One final chance. One final buy to hold on to survival in the upper bracket. Extra with the orb looking to face in towards mid. If he gets this opening pick, this is going to be absolutely massive for TYLOO. But he doesn't tempt the face much further than just this corner. Kaze on his own as a result. No info spoiled out towards his mid position. Extra opts to back off as a result. And passive phases coming in from the T side overall. Just burst fire coming down. Smoke's in, supported. Jockey now knows that there's one more man around this corner. When will he face? Will he be flash supported? Apparently not. And meanwhile, the push once again comes in from somebody on the M4A1S. Backed up to Banana. 4 players here for the defensive. The AK Bentet looks to take first contact. Edge of the smoke, might be able to spot a gap here. Gets in towards Cubby corner. And now here they come. Attacker, same position as usual. Backed up by one more man on the bomb site. The Krieg is open right here. Summer opening frag. Trade back on Attacker. Does force out the position. The Krieg bursts on through. It's 3 players, 2 players left standing. 1 to the bomb site. 2 to find right here. Sprays up, lines it on 2. But Kaze for the clutch to keep ViCi alive here. Sprays on the 3rd man. Oh, he can't connect it to the 4th. Bentet with the AK. 16-11's out. ViCi